Welcome everyone to another edition of Bosco Racing. Tonight gonna be a good night. We got wrecks, we've got competition. I'll tell you, we got a little bit of everything tonight. Drivers are warming up their tires on this warm-up lap. You can see they're ready to go. There goes Trump Train flying across the screen. And let's get this race ready to rip. Starting lineup's going to be a little bit different tonight. We'd add a 10-man invert, so the field is, there's number one dad zipping on by. So the field is going to be a little bit inverted. It's a 10-man invert, but we're also doing this Le Mans start. You're about to see the green flag wave. Once the green flag waves, each driver has to run, strap into their cart, lock their belts down, and they're free to take off. Here we go. We got a green flag. We are strapping in. Here it takes a couple seconds just to get everybody locked in. Everybody's safe, locked in, safety checked, and they're pulling out. Looks like number one dad's the beneficiary of this, and look at this, scrambled eggs right behind him. But then he's gonna get run over by the rest of the pack. We got a couple of guys that can't get off the start-finish line. We'll see what happens with them later on. Number one dad leading us for the first time through the S-turns with an excellent Le Mans start. Scrambled eggs followed behind him, Gio behind him. And look at this, Gio, Trump Train, Blood Moon, Steve C, and Peppers. Here we go, down to the hairpin for the first time, and you can see everybody's taking it a little bit. A couple of guys look like they were pushing in through the turn, but we're going to have that crank up segment a couple of times throughout the night. Look at this. Gio going to the outside and making it stick to get a clean, strong pass on Scrambled. Scrambled also gets railroaded by Steve C and Blood Moon blow by. So now Scrambled's back there racing against Peppers. Here's number one dad taking the hairpin for the second time today. Followed by Gio, Trump Train, Steve C, Blood Moon, Scrambled Eggs, Peppers, and Walter. Crank it up, folks. We're going to have some camera difficulties where that camera goes offline here shortly, but it's not going to affect your viewing of this race. Here we go, following through. Look at this, a little bit of bumping back in the pack, but for the most part trying to, get the heat in those tires and run the best race that they can. More than that, it's definitely off the point there. Trump Train counter steering to make it fast through that turn, and you can see back there in the multicolored helmet is Extreme. Last week had a hell of a race, and this week hopefully he will as well. He's right behind Peppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 racers are really hooked up. Extreme being the last of that pack. You can see the other racers coming into the building late. That's because they got a late start. We'll see what happens with that. I'm sure they're hoping for a caution flag. That'll help them get back into the race. Oh, look at, meanwhile, at the bottom of the hill, who is that? Extreme and Peppers going at it. Number one dad back into the building, and here we go. Look at these three. This is where the race is right now, folks. Trump Train leading Steve C and Blood Moon. Oh, Blood Moon gives Steve C a little bump out of the way. Here we go. Sneaks under him pretty cleanly, and Steve C falls in behind. Oh, Steve C's not letting him get away. Makes a good run on him here. If he got a good run on him here, then he got a chance of catching him and passing him at the bottom of the hill. Let's see what happens. Trump Train working that wheel through the bottom of the thing. And there you go. Peppers and Extreme continue to ride side by side and taking that hairpin. There we go, back into the building. You can see it's the same three. In the meantime, wow, look at this. Number one dad getting chased down by Gio. Right here, these three, what a race is going on. And look at Peppers back here with Extreme. Those two are going side by side, many different places on the track. What a race. Here we go, back into the building, into the horseshoe turn. Gio's all but caught number one dad. Now, can he pass him? That's a different story. Let's see what happens here. We got going outside the building, and look at these last three coming across the start-finish line. We're going to make a race of their own, that's for sure. Gio and number one dad. Oh, Gio's up alongside of him, coming up to the top of the hill. Let's see what happens, coming back into the building. Gio and number one dad running side by side. Look at this, into the horseshoe. Number one dad able to keep it a little tighter. Gio running a little bit wider line. Into the S turns, number one dad, and Gio's pushing them right on through. Here we go, in this second pack, something to watch as well. Here we go, down bottom of the hill. Back outside the building. Let's see what all happens down there. Ooh, number one dad pushes out, and Gio gets alongside of him again. And it looks like Gio fell in behind this time. Here we go. Gio's falling in behind, but right on his tail. Gio takes a tighter line through the horseshoe turn. Beautiful form. Here we go. That second pack of three. Watch them going through the S turns. You know there's going to be some excitement down there. Look at these three. This is a three pack that's been running 1, 2, 3 right off each other for the entire race thus far. Back outside the building. And look at this. Peppers and Extreme across the start finish line. Oh, number one dad pushes wide. Oh, Gio's right alongside him. We'll see what happens in the drag race to get back inside the building. Gio, nice move, Gio. Here we go. Number one dad got a little loose at the bottom of the turn, and then Gio all but capitalized. Gio's now in front. Number one dad trying not to let him get away. Let's see how this race goes. There's a lot of racing left, folks. A lot of racing left. Here we go. Gio, number one dad, and the three pack got back out the building. It's actually 2 3-packs right now. You got this one right here with those three, and then you got these three right here. Scrambled Eggs is no slouch, but Scrambled Eggs is racing Peppers and Extreme, so they got a good race going on of their own. Oh, here we go. Coming back into the building. Oh! Trump Train gets jammed wide and says hello to the wall. Let's see if we can get a replay on what all happened there. All right, everyone's coming to the stop in the front stretch. You could see number one dad and Gio giving each other the business, you know. But here we go. Here's the replay. Number one dad clears out. Not exactly sure what happened there. It looked like Trump Train got into the marbles. Was there any contact? Maybe a little contact here. And then, boom. It looks like it could have been a little bit of a train. Take a close look at it. We can rewind that at your own leisure. But here we go. Here's the byproduct of that. The yellow flag doesn't get waved enough. Scrambled Eggs checks up so he doesn't run into a parked Trump Train. And Peppers gives him a little smash to the side. Boy, I hope they're all right. Let's see if we can't get this rolling again. You know, a couple fellow drivers there went back to check on them. But, yeah, we just got to keep this race moving forward. You can see the lineup here. You have Gio, number one dad, Trump Train, Blood Moon, Steve C. And we're going to pull these cars around and get the restart done on the highway stretch. After Steve C, you got Scrambled Eggs, Peppers, Extreme, Wollemer, Maniac, and Spades. Full field tonight, folks. One of the racers that's probably one of your favorite racers, but hadn't seen him in the field yet tonight, and that's Langford. Langford, unfortunately, couldn't make it tonight. But always great competition. We love to have them, but not tonight. Here we go, back to Green Flag Racing. You can see at the top, they're going to head right back into the building, led by our leader, Full Metal Gio. Our exciting part about this is we had a single file start, kind of opposite of what we had earlier with the Le Mans start, single file. And no one's getting away from anyone. This gives these guys at the back of the pack who had a tough Le Mans start a chance to get back into this race, and they sure as heck can. Here we go. And it's good that that caution happened early in the event. And that way there, those guys weren't racing out boondocks for too long, but they are still all on the lead lap. Oh no, look, another caution. Another caution. What's going on here? All right, I can see it. We have a couple of guys bunched up for sure. Look at that. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Blood Moon seems to have taken a right when he needed to take a left. What happened there? Oh, he might have gotten hung up on someone's bumper. I have to take a closer look at it, play it back in a little bit super slow-mo, but you can see Nick, our official, being quick to raise the flag this time, especially after the incident, last incident where there was contact even after the play. Peppers ended up kissing that inside wall as well, trying to avoid a wreck. All right, here we go, folks. We're going to get them lined up. This time we're going to do the restart from the inside of the building in order to save a little time, but we'll get everybody pulled up and in line, and let's get ready to go green. And we're off. Number one dad and Gio headed out. Trump train follow them. Those three need to get away if they got any chance of not getting attacked by these back six, because boy, I'll tell you, they're coming gangbusters here. Pretty clean through the hairpin turn and into the horseshoe turn. Look at this, nut to butt from the front of the line to the back. You know, carrying all that speed into the S-turns, a line like this, it's not uncommon that you'll, bunch up because everybody's carrying speed, and where they choose to lift is different for everyone. So you got to kind of know, really keep an eye on what's going on. The reflexes of most of these drivers are fantastic. You don't have too many dimwits here. There's a really good pack of racers. Pioneer Valley Indoor Karting, brought to you by the Amy Kelly Crew Real Estate Team and Rescue Towing. A couple other business owners in the field, I'll tell you that right now. Steve's Imports from West Springfield as well. Pioneer Valley Indoor Karting, Wednesday night action. You can come out and see these guys Wednesday night, and you can stand outside, and watch your favorite driver make that hairpin turn, or come inside and watch all this action that's about to happen in here. Check it out. Here we go, into the horseshoe turn. These guys are running incredibly fast times right now. We're all just about kissing the 35 mark. High 35s today. Weather outside is slightly cooled and humidity finally broke. Here we go, bottom of the hill, number one dad. Still pushing through that turn, having a bitch of a time. Trump Train sees it, and Trump Train's about to jump. Let's see what happens. Here we go, back into the building. Here we go. Gio is our leader, hitting the S-turns first, followed by this pack of 5. Trump Train makes the pass on number one dad, but look at this. There goes the rest of them. There goes Blood Moon. There goes Steve C. Past number one dad like he's standing still. He just can't get that cart to turn. Here we go. Leader here. New second place runner with Trump Train, Blood Moon, Steve C, number one dad, rounding out the top 5. Scrambled Eggs is holding off Peppers for 6th position. We'll see how that pans out over the next couple of laps. So you got Gio and Trump Train running away with it a little bit, but you got Steve C riding right on the back of Blood Moon. Blood Moon's in a red shirt, Steve C in a white helmet, and they're going at it like mad. Number one dad's not letting him get away just yet, so he's going to keep a close eye and tight race on that. Got to keep the pressure on if you're going to make it in this league, that's for sure. Number one dad power sliding through the turn, trying to lock him up. Get that cart to rotate, but now we got, here we go, rest of the field coming through. If you want to come out here and you want to race in this league, Wednesday night, 6 p.m., be there. We draw chips for carts. There's no favoritism on this track. Right, our leader, Gio, is a full two, maybe 3 seconds ahead of second place. Look what's going on back here. Here we go. We got a little bit of a race going on back behind Peppers there. I believe that's Spades and Wolmer. I'm just going to call him Wool. That name's too long. All right, gentlemen, you got to shorten up your race names. Your race names got to be pronounceable. All right, here we go. A couple other racers that aren't in here is Austin 85 and Rizzler. They're both off this week as well. So we got 3 to 5 regulars that usually come and aren't making it out to the track tonight. Very unusual, but we have a large enough field anyway, because we have a couple of outer-towners with Maniac and Spades, and boy, I'll tell you, they round out the field well. They're good racers, and they come up here to PVIK to find some good racing. Of course, we're a little different as we have a wild card, different wild cards throughout the night, or throughout the season, and tonight's wild card was the Le Mans start. All right, back down through the turns. We got camera 2 is out, but this race is just as interesting watching it with just 2 cameras, because I got to tell you, right through these S turns is where a ton of action happens. Mom and Dad lost a little bit of pace off the leaders there, but you can see now this pack behind him is really running well. They got their own race going on. Blood Moon stood a bumper of Trump Train. Steve C is now right to the bumper of Blood Moon as well. Now these 3 diced it up earlier in the race. They were all 3 of them were involved in both accidents early on. So there might be a little bit more tender with the passes and with the control at this point in the race. I'll tell you, it's hard when you get bumped into a couple of people, or you end up having conflict early in the race. Boy, it makes you really think about the next move you're going to make and whether you want to interact with that racer again. Here you go, number 1 Dad making the turn, still a little off pace, and Peppers is hungry to catch the number 1 Dad, but Peppers ultimately made the pass on scrambled eggs. I missed that one, but if you rewind, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Trump Train carrying excellent pace through the S turns. I think it helps with Blood Moon pushing. Steve C's got one hell of a motor in that number 12. Let's see what all happens here tonight. Here we go, top 4. Steve C running for his first podium of the season. Let's see what happens. Gio's running a comfortable race. You could be rest assured. I'll tell you one thing about Gio is if you give him the right equipment and get him out front, it's not often you're going to catch up to him. Here we go. Steve C now made the pass on Blood Moon. So Steve C is back in that podium spot of 3rd. If he can hold off, we'll see what happens. Steve C running a tight defensive line now. Wants to keep Blood Moon back behind him. And who do we got here? We got the rest of the pack. Takes us 35 seconds to get around the track here, and Gio is a full 6 seconds ahead of that second pack at this point. Running a hell of a race. And he's off. Trump Train right here. He's another guy who knows how to make a cart go fast. I tell you what, he'll make this hairpin he'll own this hairpin by the end of the night. But I'll tell you what, it's not going to be easy, not with Steve C on his tail. Steve C, made up a ton of ground on that one. Look at that. He is back to the bumper of Trump Train. Number 1 Dad, Peppers, Scrambled, Extreme, Wool, Maniac, Spades. Picking up the rear. It's a good camera angle here. You can see, you know, all the different racers take slightly different lines through the S-turns. And you know what? I'd love to say that there's a perfect way through there, and I'm sure there is, but it's got to be perfect for the kart you're driving that day. And so changing your lines through there is important, and being able to modify your way of driving based on the kart that you have and its handling. Here we go. Look at this 3 again. Boy, Trump Train just can't get away. Steve C riding the tail. And you know what? Running a hell of a race. I think Spades is trying something a little different in the S-turns. I don't know if it's working out for him, but he's trying to perfect it. And you know what? At this point in the race, perfecting your lines and working on stuff when you know you're not contending for a top 10 position, then hey, what the heck, you know? All right, you can see everybody's coming on through the line. Down the hairpin, back up the hill. This track has got some excellent elevations, you know, and it's got some things that you have to pay attention to. When you're coming down that hill into the hairpin, it gets a little bumpy right there. You got to learn to control your kart and know when to put the steering in. Oh, Steve C right on the back of Trump Train, giving him a little bit of a ride. I think he took a swipe at him trying to make that pass. Trump Train's got a hell of a good control and runs a good defensive line that's going to stifle anyone trying to make the pass. Here we go. Look at that. Blood Moon riding perfectly behind Trump Train. If he was going to make a run for it, it was then. But look at this. At the top of the hill, you had Steve C running a little bit of a block. Steve C's driving out his rear view mirror, his side mirror, his front mirror. He's got to have eyes on all sides of his head right now. Number One Dad just standing by watching that race up front. I think Number One Dad's got the best seat in the house, you know. Sitting down here, and there goes our leader. You're sitting down here, you got these 3 right here, and you got Number One Dad right behind, and he is enjoying the race from his vantage point. Number One Dad's still trying to straighten out that kart and get it to run better. You know, it looks like he's a little more hooked up, but yeah, maybe not enough to catch these 3 ahead of him. Although the more they dice it up, the more he's got a chance. As you can see, closing the gap. Peppers is hungry to get up to Number One Dad's bumper. You can see Peppers just sitting there in the second yellow shirt. Look at this. They're too wide coming down the hill. Steve C takes a look to the outside. And now Trump Train closes the door by running that perfect line. Here we go. Peppers rounding the line. Look at this. Gio is up on lap traffic. Let's see what he happens here. He gets hung up. You never know. These 3 are holding pace. They can definitely catch up to his bumper. The laps are getting faster as we go. Number One Dad just ran his fastest lap, as well as Blood Moon just ran his fastest lap. So Blood Moon, Steve C better watch out. Blood Moon's running hot right now. Another racer that is getting faster throughout the entire event is Extreme. At the back of the pack, his times are going down, but I got to tell you, it's not going to be an easy catch from there. All right, folks, this is it. Coming up on the final lap. I can tell you right now, for all the marbles right here. Oh, Number One Dad's trying to get the bumper. Look at these guys going side by side. Steve C running, trying to find a lane past Trump Train. Looks to the inside. Coming back into the building. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Coming back into the building. You can see Gio's going to coast to the win. No problem. But look at these 3. Number One Dad right behind him thinks he's got something for him. And that's our finishing order right there. Wow. I'd love to show you the start-finish line, but camera 1 is dead. We had such long cautions that the camera time wasn't very good. You can see this is the top 6 finishing order tonight. Full Metal Geo, Trump Train, Steve C, Blood Moon, Number 1, Dad, and Peppers. When we have those long cautions, the cameras just don't have the battery to handle it, but shooting in video mode, high resolution, putting these good videos out, it takes a lot. So look at Geo's going to grab the checkered flag. Meanwhile, the rest of the field is going to take the pits. Steve C, congratulations on your first league podium, coming home with a 3rd position. Trump Train, congratulations on 2nd, and Geo, congratulations on that runaway win. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and have a great day.